Welcome to Real Life, where we share real stories, real moments, and real inspiration. Subscribe for content that connects with your everyday life. Mike Tyson. A name that resonates in the boxing world, a name that still echoes with power and controversy. But have you ever wondered, how did it all happen? How did a troubled kid from the streets of Brooklyn rise to become the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history? And how did he fall only to rise again, reinventing himself after each downfall? This is the secret history of Mike Tyson. Born on June 30, 1966, in Brooklyn, New York, Tyson's childhood was far from ordinary. Growing up in the rough neighborhood of Brownsville, Mike was exposed to crime, drugs, and violence from an early age. With a father who wasn't around and a mother who struggled to make ends meet, Tyson's world was filled with hardship. But it was also where he found his escape in the ring. At the age of 12, Tyson was sent to a reform school after a series of run-ins with the law. It was there, in that dark place, that he met his future mentor, Cus D'Amato, a legendary boxing trainer who would change Tyson's life forever. D'Amato recognized Tyson's raw talent and took him under his wing, shaping him into a fighter with unmatched ferocity. By the time Tyson was 20, he had already become the youngest heavyweight champion in history, knocking out Trevor Berbick in 1986. His rise to the top was meteoric. Tyson's speed, power, and aggression in the ring were unmatched, and he became a global sensation. But with fame came the pressures of the spotlight, and Tyson struggled to deal with the rapid changes in his life. After D'Amato's death, Tyson lost the one person who had been his guiding force. Without that mentorship, his life began to spiral. Tyson's personal life became just as chaotic as his boxing career. Legal issues, a rocky marriage, and public controversies started to overshadow his once promising future. In 1992, Tyson's life took a darker turn when he was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison. His fall from grace seemed inevitable. But even in the darkest moments of his life, Tyson's story wasn't over. He returned to the ring after serving his sentence, but the Tyson we saw wasn't the same fighter. His personal battles continued to haunt him, and his behavior in the ring became erratic. Then came the infamous night in 1997. In a match with Evander Holyfield, Tyson bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear, a moment that shocked the world and left many questioning if Tyson was still the same force that once dominated boxing. But even after that, Tyson's story didn't end. Tyson took time to rebuild himself, not only in the ring but as a person. He faced his demons, sought therapy, and worked on becoming a better version of himself. Tyson started a new chapter in his life, one that was more about reflection and redemption than just boxing. Today, Mike Tyson is no longer just the boxer who shocked the world. He's an icon who overcame immense challenges and reinvented himself in ways no one expected. Tyson's story is one of resilience, redemption, and survival. It's a tale of how greatness can come from the darkest of places and how even the greatest champions have to fight for their place in the world, both in and out of the ring. Mike Tyson's secret history isn't just about his knockout punches or his controversial moments. It's about how he battled through every storm life threw at him and emerged stronger. That's the story we don't often hear. The secret history of Mike Tyson is the story of a man who fought not just for titles, but for his very soul.